Hi, hello, and welcome to the channel. I'm Lady Celine, and today we are continuing with Chapter 3 of Chaos Head Noah. The cops are on to us, man, okay? We are their number one suspect. They're starting to buddy up to Takumi, make him feel safe, make him feel like they're on his side. But I'm pretty sure they're building a strong case against us. By the way, I have seen the comments about the Committee of Zero patch that will be coming soon. I have, I think, maybe 2 more episodes of this that I already recorded, but it is downloaded. It will appear soonly. Thanks for your patience.
覚醒バージョン残すエロすぎ万物じゃんか
Ooh, the post-awakening costume is so hot. You can totally see her panties. I like that, though. Of course you do.
顔かわいいよ顔原作再現
Oh,
度はいまい
her
ちだけど
face is so
プンプンと漂
cute.
うエロスが
It's not
ゲーム
quite
で
like in
一
the
番好きなの
anime,
が
but it's
これは
every
これ
bit
で
as
グッジョブ
sexy as you'd expect from Yoshio Kijima. GJ, man. Guessing good job. But wow, I didn't realize we'd get right to the gooning. Oh wow, her jacket can cast off too. From this angle, she looks practically naked. Woohoo! The way her hair seems like it's moving is great. The hair is what really makes the post-awakening version special, I always thought. And I was right. Is he just sitting here talking to himself? Or is there someone I hope he's by himself and just talking out loud. That is probably the least weird. That's probably the least weird scenario that I could think of right now. Now it's finally time for the panties. Let me see. They they obviously put a lot of effort into designing the V zone. I'm sorry, I've never heard it called that before. The way it wrinkles is so realistic. Ooh, is this a crease? Wow! This is awesome. Truly, Takasugi quality. I think the Faith Sarah figure might turn out to be the greatest of them all. I don't think they could make a better one, really. Kijima's a true master. I carefully placed my new Seraton next to the PC monitor. Sarah, you're so sexy. Just looking at her made me grin. This was a moment of pure joy. I logged onto Atchan to share my thoughts on the Seraton figure. When that was done, I checked my email and looked at Frepara to see if I had any new friend requests. Oh, somebody sent a friend request. Who's this guy? Somebody from the Sarah community. Okay, got it. Sure thing. And just when I was ready to log into ESO... Uh-oh. I felt a prickling on the back of my neck. It was the same intense gaze that I always felt. Whose eyes are those? Oh gosh. Good. We can go good. We can go bad. I don't want to not delude anymore. I don't know if my lack of choice I don't know what happens if I don't choose. If I just then don't go into a delusion, or if the delusion is chosen for me. I'm feeling mean. I'm feeling really mean. Damn it, not now. When did I first start feeling that gaze? I'd totally forgotten by now. But it kept getting in my way. A lot of things were happening that would interrupt my daily life, but the gaze was right up there with Nanami for being obnoxious. Okay, time to play the game again. Time to play the I'm not turning around that easily game. I kept my eyes locked on my computer monitor and tried to think of a cool line. You there. Come out.
僕の目をごまかせるとでも思ったか。甘いな。
Did you think you could deceive my eyes? Fool. I don't think this is going to turn out the way you want, buddy. Wow, you found me. I was not expecting a girly voice. Of course I did. How many times do I have to tell you not to stand behind me? Huh? Did I just hear a girl's voice? I froze. Had the owner of the gaze finally shown herself? Was that possible? Should I turn around and see who she was? But what if she attacked me as soon as I did? Dude, if she wanted to cause you any harm, she would have done it already. She sounded pretty cute, but what if she was a terrible monster? No, if she was a monster, she might be getting ready to attack me right now. If I didn't turn around, I wouldn't even realize I was dead. I don't understand your logic, but you should probably check it out. Turn around, guy. Should I try saying something else to see if she answered? It could have just been a delusion, or maybe I'd just been hearing things. Wait, is that not the same thing? You know, like how I always hear my Serotan figure talking to me, like that. Is that his? Does that apply to the delusions or the hearing things? I'm gonna guess the hearing things, because it's like, if sometimes you think of a person's voice and you can imagine it very clearly, and maybe it's like that. It's like he hears it in his head versus like the delusion is him hearing things around him or that completely aren't there, like that kind of thing. I don't know. I tried to say, "Who's there?" but I cut myself off. It wouldn't be smart to say anything to set her off, right? I might provoke her into attacking me. I was seeing so many awful things in my delusions that I couldn't move. What should I do? Maybe I was just being an idiot. If there was nobody there and I was just sitting in my chair, scared to death of my own delusions, I'd look like the world's biggest moron. Come on, yeah, you'd look like a moron to nobody except us, the gays. Taku? Did you freeze up? She knows your name. It wasn't a delusion. I wasn't hearing things. There was somebody behind me. It's very convincing. Shocked, I turned around. It's a pretty girl. Oh, it's that pretty girl. Okay. Hello there. It was the demon girl. It was the girl I'd seen during the crucified killing. She was right there, sitting on my sofa. For some reason, she was grinning as she looked at me. Oh no, no. She was here to kill me at last. It was because I talked to those cops. She must have used her clairvoyant powers to see me doing it remotely. And now she snuck into my room without making a sound so she could watch me cry and scream and beg for mercy before she killed me. I'm screwed. I knew it. Don't kill me, I tried to scream, but I was too scared to get the words out. Da. She stared at me, head tilted, and recited a strange spell. Okay, I thought she was just mocking his stutterer, honestly. She must be speaking in a demon language. She was going to curse me. I tried to hide under my desk to put as much distance between us as I could, but I was panicking so much that I hit my head on the edge instead and crumpled to the ground in pain. What are you doing, Taku? was the really loud noise you just made? Bang! She still had that happy smile on her face. Of course, of course. The desk is doing her work for her and making you miserable and hurt. But it was just a trap to get me to drop my guard. I was sure of it. The second I let my guard down, she would come for me. Or maybe that spell a second ago had cursed me, and that's why he hit his head. In a few days, my body could start spouting blood from all its pores, and then I'd die. Please, don't kill me. I kind of want her to. I curled up into a little ball on the floor, cursing the detectives I'd met earlier. I'm sorry I told the police. The police? And I don't think they actually believed anything I said. That was just a lie I told to buy time. The detectives had said they'd protect me. If that older guy was doing his job right, he'd surely send an officer to protect me. Then I realized. I told the officer my phone number, but I hadn't given him my address. Yeah, dude, he wouldn't know where to send anyone to check on you. Oh, I like that pose. Very cute. Snap! Okay. She suddenly struck a pose like she was at attention. And then even more strange, she made the sound effect of a hand flying up to attention with her mouth. Was this another demon spell? So, flying up to attention with her mouth. Whoosh! I don't, okay. No talking to yourself. Kill you? Police? I don't know what you're going on about. She didn't know? Was this some kind of joke? Or was this her way of telling me to forget that anything had ever happened? I don't know. What crime? I've never heard of such a thing. What was this girl thinking? Hadn't she come here to kill me? Nah, she's here to psychologically fuck with you. Come on, can you stand up? Give it a try. She got up from the sofa and offered me a hand. Her expression looked so kind, and up close, I could tell that she was pretty cute. From a distance, she looked like a horrible monster, though. Wait, what had gotten into me? She was a demon. She wasn't pretty cute. She was a murderer. She'd used Yua and Shogun to try and set me up, and now she was here to kill me herself. The world is against me, and everyone I meet is against me. I couldn't let myself believe her. I'd learned my lesson with Yua. I'd never make the same mistake again. I didn't take the hand she offered me. I'll never trust a woman again! I couldn't let her smile fool me. It was a demonic temptation, and if I gave into it, I'd die. Don't believe in anything. Don't listen to anything anyone says. But I saw you. I saw you killing someone. Taku, do you realize that you're saying something pretty mean? Really? Because that looks more like oh man, I can't believe you saw that. I'm just like a little like embarrassment, like, oh, you saw me at my worst. Just forget you ever saw anything. It's hard to believe you're calling me a killer. What was she doing here? New gen. Like the other 4 times. You're gonna kill me, right? Or are you going to take me to where Yua and Shogun are? Yua? Shogun? Who's that? Maybe the 3 of them were going to work together and kill me when I was helpless. Please, no. Don't hurt me. Okay. If you promise not to treat me as a murderer, I won't hurt you. Okay. I knew it. Come on, stop being so scared. You're really trying to make me feel depressed, aren't you? You're really trying to make me feel depressed, aren't you? Please, I'll never tell anyone. Just let me go. Hello, Taku. Calm down a little. She kept calling me Taku like we were friends. How did she know my name anyway? She'd know my name when we'd first met at the scene of the Crucified. How? And how did she know where the base was? Oh, of course. Of course I know. Of course she knows. She knows everything you know. The reason I know your name is... She read my mind. She had magic clairvoyant powers. I knew it. That's how she found my name and address. Taku, you talk to yourself a lot. I've always thought this, but... Always? Since when was always? Wait, was I talking to myself? I couldn't tell. Really? Was I really talking to myself? Or was it possible she was lying? Was it possible she read my mind? Of course I know your name, Taku. I'm not that good at remembering things, but... I can remember my friends' names. Friend? Or is this your way of saying I'm stupid? I mean, I don't get very good grades on my tests, sure. But it kind of hurts to hear it to my face. Was she crazy? Wait, how could I be so sure she was the crazy one? Was I crazy, or was she? Maybe a transfer student? We're just throwing things out there. Oh yeah, there's a transfer student coming soon. Mr. Tsukachin was talking about it. We were talking past each other. The fear that I could be killed at any moment was starting to fade. But instead, another type of fear was slowly working its way through my heart. Hello? Don't tell me you still don't believe me. Who are you? She was the demon girl, a murderer. Wow, you don't even remember the face of your own classmate? That's really mean. We're classmates? Not just friends, but classmates? I want to point out that while I chose a negative delusion, the screen is not wavy. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Oh well, I guess you don't come to school that often anyway. Still, it's kind of mean to just pretend I never existed. Did you really forget about me? You didn't, right? You know who I am, right? You? No. Me.
Me.
Me. That's right. Correct. You win a prize of 50 yen. Huh? It's me, Rimi Sakihara. Whew. You do remember. Good. Why? Was it true? Was the demon girl's name really Rimi? Why had that name come to me all of a sudden? Why did I know who she was? Had I just forgotten and we really were classmates or friends or something? No, that was impossible. I'd never even heard the name Rimi Sakihara. It had to be a fake name. I'd said Remy, and she just played along with it. This was all just part of her game. The only 3D girl I knew who would talk to me like this was Yua, anyway. And this clearly wasn't Yua, and Yua worked for her. In a flash, I suddenly understood. This Sakihata girl was using the same trick Yua had used. She was being all friendly, knowing I wasn't used to talking to 3D girls. Then, she'd set me up for a trap. Of course, I didn't remember the faces of all my classmates. I wasn't really interested in trying, but I was sure I'd never seen her in my class. Wasn't I? No, I couldn't be sure. Every minute I spent at school, I spent at my desk, either enjoying delusions while pretending to sleep, or staring at the desk, or pretending to read a textbook. I didn't remember any of my classmates' names. I never really cared enough. Which was it? Was what this girl was saying true? No, it didn't matter whether or not she was a classmate. The one thing I was sure of was that she was a murderer. Are you telling me you really can't remember? Did hitting your head just now give you amnesia? The demon girl reached out a hand toward my head. I ran under the desk again to dodge it. Taku, you're being really weird. Okay, ask Daichin then. Maybe then you'll remember. Daichin? What the hell was that? A person's name? Some kind of code? A demon spell? You know, Daichin. Daisuke Misumi. Okay, so Misumi's in on this too. Alright. She knew Misumi's name? And she called him Daichan. You wouldn't do that unless you were pretty friendly with him. Here, hang on. She went over to the bag next to the sofa. It wasn't one that I owned, and took out her phone. Okay, where's Daichin's number? Found it! Here. She tapped it a few times and handed it to me. When I didn't take it, she chuckled and grabbed my hand. Ah! Come on, don't freeze up. She forced the phone into my hand. The demon girl's hand was soft and a little cold. I was expecting it to be cold as ice, but it wasn't. I guess even murderers have warm blood running through their veins. Actually, it was a more girly hand than I expected, so my heart started to race a little. No, I couldn't let her fool me. She was a demon. I couldn't let her tempt me. I wasn't into 3D girls. Seraton, give me power! Taku, have you never used a cell phone? Just put it up to your ear. She was so close to me, staring. She took my hand and brought it up to my ear. I looked at the phone's LCD screen. The phone said Daichin on it, and it showed that it was already calling him. I put the phone up to my ear. I could hear the sound of the ringing. But then the sound cut off, and instead I heard Misumi's voice. Hello? The person on the phone didn't give their name. They must have been outside somewhere downtown because I could hear the hustle and bustle of a crowd around them. Need something? Remy? Remy Sakihata. Misumi knew her? No, that wouldn't be that surprising. Misumi was a natural-born lady killer. I wouldn't be surprised if he dated her before, or even if he was dating her right now. The question remained, was the demon girl my classmate? Taku, did Daichin answer? She was staring at me again. Damn it, why did she have to be so close to me? I turned my back to her and spoke into the phone.
僕西条
It's me, Nishijo. Oh, it's you, Taku. Are you with Rimi? I mean, here's the thing. If Misumi was dating her, that would also, I think, imply that she was their classmate. Maybe from a different class, like maybe not like the same homeroom or same year. But she might actually go to this school. Why didn't he find it surprising at all? It almost sounded like he expected us to be together. Rimi got you doing something crazy again? You've got it rough too, huh? But can I give you one piece of advice? You need to buy your own damn phone. Wait, we just got a new phone. We gotta set it up. I think Nanami set it up for us, but we gotta start giving out the number so Misumi can call us and I don't know, we locker room talking shit. Was the person on the end of this line really Misumi? Oh, wasn't this like a worry that he had with the cell phone, was that you couldn't really trust who was on the other end, or you couldn't trust the identity of the person or entity but on the other end. You couldn't say like, oh, that's definitely my friend Misumi. It could just be like, I don't know, a demon that sounds like Misumi or whatever the hell alternate reality this kid can think of. It was possible that she was just having me call somebody with a voice similar to his to fool me. The person with the Misumi-like voice was working for her, maybe, and trying to trick me. I was starting to get suspicious of everything. I didn't know what was the truth and what was a lie. Assuming the demon girl was willing to put in the time and effort to set up a trap like that, what kind of trap was it specifically? Wouldn't it be faster for her to just kill me here? No, I told you, psychological torture. We gotta have months and months of psychological torture, and then she can kill you. Or was there some reason I had to be deceived, even if it meant doing so in a really roundabout way? Wait, could it be some kind of trick Misumi was setting up? This girl was his girlfriend, and not a classmate at all, but someone he'd sent just to make fun of me. No, wait, not a chance. How would you explain the crucified murder, though? I mean, it kind of makes me think he could have seen her face around school or around town, and it's like one of those things where, like, I've heard that the people in your dreams all have, like, faces that you've seen before, that your brain can't create a new face while it's dreaming. So I feel like it's one of those things where he saw her at some point, even if it was like peripheral or just very short, and that face kind of stuck in his mind, and that's what came out maybe the night of the murder. That's what he projected or whatever. So, Taku, what do you want? I really don't like getting calls from guys, you know. It certainly sounded like Misumi. The more I heard them talk, the less likely it seemed that the person I was talking to could be anybody but Misumi. You want me to teach you how to pick up girls? Nah, of course not. I wasn't sure where to start. I could feel someone looking at me from behind. The girl was staring at me. And the prickling on the back of my neck was still there. What kind of face was she making? I wanted to look back and see, but I was too scared. So, what is it? I'm with the girl right now. Make it quick. Well... What is it? Come on, spit it out. Our... Yeah? Class... What about our class?
いる
There is what there?
女子
A girl? A girl? Huh?
咲畑って名前の
A girl named Sakihara. I was stammering really badly, but I finally managed to explain to him. He suddenly fell silent. There was no answer. But I could still hear the bustle of the crowd, so he hadn't hung up. But why wasn't he answering? I heard a massive sigh. Listen, did you play too many video games and break your brain? Honestly, that's probably what this is. Hey! What was he talking about? And anyway, it wasn't true that video games damaged your brain. They actually really help your hand-eye coordination. You're talking about Rimi, right? What kind of stupid question is that, especially since you're calling on her cell phone? Yeah, I can just see him being, like, astounded or dumbfounded if this girl's supposedly real. Okay, I get it. Rimi put you up to this, right? This is a prank, some kind of game. Tell this to Rimi then. I'm not stupid enough to fall for your dumb games.
本当
Really? Huh? Really what?
本当にクラスメイト
Is she really your classmate? Listen. Did you just forget since you never come to school? I only joined her class this year, but she's been in your class since the start of school. The three of us went to see a movie just the other day. Bruh, we hang out all the time, we're besties. I couldn't understand what this Misumi-like person was saying. The demon girl and I had been in the same class the whole time? The three of us went to see a movie the other day. When was the other day? The only reason you and I are friends are because Rimi introduced us. She's a weirdo like me. The only people in the whole wide world who actually care about you are me and her. Oh, okay. That seems unfriend-like. Maybe that's going too far. That was pretty mean. I don't know. Not a single one of the words coming through the phone felt real. How could they? None of the things he was describing existed in my memories. I couldn't accept that they'd ever happened. What this Misumi-like person was telling me wasn't true. It wasn't real. If something really happened, you remember it. Rimi can sometimes be pretty unladylike. Oh, but don't tell her I said that.
君は誰だ
Who are you? Did you really go crazy? You even forgot me, too? Too many video games must have scrambled. I couldn't take this anymore, so I hung up the phone. He's panicking. He doesn't know what's real. I suddenly realized that I was having trouble breathing. The sweat coming off my brow showed no signs of stopping. If anything, it was getting worse. I could feel it dripping off me and landing on the ground below. Taku, you're sweating really bad. The demon girl looked genuinely worried as she handed me a handkerchief. It was a cute red one with no pattern on it. The handkerchief had a slightly floral scent. I didn't take it. Instead, I tried to get straight in my head what was going on. It didn't work, though. I just started getting suspicious of everything. So, what did Daichin say? She sighed in slight disappointment as she put away the handkerchief before a victor smile crossed her face. It was as if she'd known the answer from the start. I didn't have the strength to answer her. Who was this woman? Just my classmate? A monster? I didn't know. Ooh, maybe she's like some kind of entity that can implant false memories? So, like, I don't know, she maybe would have done that to Misumi and then is, like, somehow integrating herself into the school as some kind of, like, alibi or to further some goal. I don't know. Maybe I was just crazy. Thinking back to my chat with Shogun, I couldn't be sure that somebody wasn't controlling my body. Or maybe there was some kind of accident that took my memories of this Riki Sakihara girl away from me and left my other memories intact. What the hell was wrong with me? Amnesia? Sleepwalking? Something else? You okay? If it hurts, you want to lay down on the sofa a while? The demon girl spoke kind words to me. I needed to be especially careful around anyone who said kind words to me. Anybody who'd be nice to a creepy otaku like me definitely had some kind of ulterior motive. I shook my head no, then forced myself to look up. The sweat got in my eyes and made my vision blurry. Her face was closer than I thought it would be. What color were her eyes? Pink? Why? What? Why are you here? Why? Because I came to see you. Are you mad that I didn't get permission first? I mean, generally, you should let him know that you're coming over. It's weird for you to just kind of creep in with his back to the door. But that's your fault for not answering. I knocked for quite a while, you know. Oh, okay. I would just assume he wasn't home, but okay. I handed back the phone. As I watched her take it, I asked again. Why? Now what? Why are you here? Why had she visited me? If she came here to kill me, why wasn't she doing anything? Oh, the reason I came? Well... Her hand went to her bag, and she took out a handout. Hello? I brought you the handout for your post-graduation plans. I took it from her. It said post-graduation plans with 3 blocks below for first preference, second preference, and third preference. Was that really it? Was that the only reason? Go away. Oh, so mean. I didn't want anything to do with her. It was a terrible idea to get involved with 3D girls. This was some kind of trap. Don't listen to her. This isn't real. It's a video game, a really buggy game. Look at all these weird plot contradictions. It doesn't make any sense as a story. Well, he's got me there. Just leave me alone. If you're not here to kill me, then just go away. I'm me, not somebody else. Maybe some other me was friends with Rimi Sakihara, but that had nothing to do with the real me. I put my head in my hands and closed my heart to the outside world. I shivered, trying to imagine a delusion where the girl named Riki Sakihara wasn't in my room. I soon heard the sound of the door opening, which told me that the demon girl had left. Okay. Closing out of that. Okay. Oh, this is gonna fuck with him so bad. The only light in the dark room was a pale blue glow of the monitor. It was a screensaver featuring Sarah, a character from Bloodtoon the animation. We know that? Why was it? Rimi Sakihara had been here in this container house just half a day ago, but now its only occupant was its owner, Takumi Nishijo. Okay. It was getting close to 5 a.m. Takumi's daily life revolved around playing video games until dawn, then passing out on the sofa. Right now, he was curled up in a cramped position on the sofa. He didn't sleep on the bed. He had one, but he didn't sleep in it because it was piled too high with CDs and manga volumes. At first, he'd just been too lazy to clean it off. Then at some point, it just began to function as a storage shelf. Ever since then, he'd been sleeping on the two-person sofa. An awful moan slipped from Takumi's lips. His body was soaked with sweat, and his eyelids were twitching. He might have been having a nightmare. His expression warped with pain. He kept tossing and turning as he lay there, almost falling off. Suddenly, his eyes opened wide, and he stared at the ceiling. His eyes were bloodshot, and the eyeballs themselves seemed to be twitching a little. Who is this narrator person? Why are we seeing these things? He stood up without blinking even once and staggered over to his PC. Oh! He didn't sit down. Instead, he moved the mouse while standing up. The screensaver on his monitor disappeared and was replaced by his desktop. Oh shit. Oh, are we watching like the sleepwalking? Is this why we have like a third party saying that one, Rimi was here, so that confirms to us that there is a reality where Rimi is real and potentially our friend. And that oh my god, like are we about to send the Shogun messages? His expression, illuminated by the pale light of the monitor, was vacant and empty. His body trembled and shook from side to side. Drool pooled and fell from his mouth. Yeah, that tells me I think he's still asleep. He looked exactly like the typical sleepwalker. Exactly what you'd expect. He opened up his internet browser in a trance and went to the page for Ep10. His movements were slow and uneven, but there was no hesitation in his hands as he went directly for the news board's New Gen threads. New Gen madness! There were almost 60 in all, and Takumi opened every single one. His gaze was locked on the screen, and he was typing on the keyboard without looking down at it. He typed a message into each of the 60 threads. Is it Whose Eyes? I think it's the Whose Eyes. The messages he typed were short ones, and the same message was posted in every thread. Yo, Shogun! Oh, it is Shogun! Holy shit! Okay, that is not that surprising, but I'm very glad to have some confirmation. Okay, so he is Shogun. He is Shogun. And somehow his sleeping body can communicate with him. Gosh, from not like beyond the grave, but like can communicate it with him from the future, like showing him the predictive powers. I'm so lost. Yeah. The next day, I headed to the hospital. Honestly, best idea you've had in this whole game. Last time, I hadn't been able to get the assurance I wanted, but today, I was going to make them tell me I was sane. I'm gonna make them tell me that I'm sane. Wow, that is sane. Listen to yourself, man. I was going to have the doctor remember me. I was going to tell him that I was his patient until 4 years ago, and then I was going to have him listen to everything I had to say. I wasn't the crazy one. It was the demon girl and Misumi. I knew that's what he would tell me. This hospital opened at 8, earlier than a lot of them. That's why I decided to come right on time. Only to find the lobby sofas packed with old people. How? How could there be this many people here when it had just opened? Had they all cheated and got here before it opened somehow? That's not fair. Yeah, bro, people are lining up at the hospitals. This isn't like Black Friday shopping. I don't think they were like standing at the door, but they were probably also under the mindset that they would be the only ones there. So that's how it works, man. I was angry, but I didn't have any choice but to wait. It was after an hour of waiting that I realized I should have made an appointment. Durr. But very shortly after, they called my name, and I was relieved to see I wouldn't have to wait as long as last time. But the doctor waiting for me in the exam room wasn't Dr. Takashina, but a white-haired old man I'd never seen before. Where's Dr. Takashina? The nurse standing behind him, Hazuki, I think, answered apologetically. Dr. Takashina isn't here. Isn't here? Oh, he collapsed from overwork last weekend. He's been out the whole week. Okay. Oh no, my one ally. Wait, was it really overwork that had made him collapse? It's a conspiracy. It's the demon girl. Bro, you sound so sane to these people. Nishijo. Girl's like, what are you talking about? She must have poisoned his food or sent him a threatening letter to stress him out. It was the demon girl's doing. She was trying to isolate me. I had no intention of letting anybody but Dr. Takashina talk to me, so instead of getting an exam, I fled from the hospital. I think you should get a second opinion, honestly. Might not have been the worst idea. Damn it all. I leaned up against the fence on the roof and looked up at the sky. Shibuyu's sky was an ugly color. I should stay away from that hospital from now on. The demon girl's net was closing in on me. Maybe there was nowhere for me to run. Maybe that detective I'd met yesterday was actually a fake and working for her. Maybe she'd used him to test me. I mean, the timing was just too good to be a coincidence. She'd showed up in my room right after the two of them had approached me. She was a demon after all. She wasn't human. She could easily control somebody's mind. I didn't have any proof of this, of course, but I also didn't have any proof she wasn't a demon. So I just had to assume the worst if I was going to survive. Wasn't there anybody on my side? Everybody felt like my enemy. Everybody felt like they were working for the demon girl. I don't know, talk to your sister, talk to Nanami or something. Save me. Somebody save me. Why didn't I have anybody on my side? Why was no one helping me? Why did this have to happen to me? I felt so lonely. I wanted something to support me. Someone to protect me. Something to protect me. Anything, anybody who could offer me help. And I thought back to Fess, to Ayase Kishimoto, and what she told me when I met her at school. I'd been too busy with my delusions to hear it, but Misumi had told me she'd said this. Find the sword and salvation awaits.
剣
The sword. If this was a video game, the plot would probably involve me being a hero who needed to find a legendary sword to defeat a demon king. Yeah, that's pretty typical of a video game. Oddly enough, I'd heard the word sword from 2 3D girls lately. Oh yeah, there was the dark-haired girl. Senna, that's it, Girl B, Senna. And there was still a chance that Fess was on my side. Girl B, Senna, I think, was likely on the side of the demon girl from the way she'd acted, though. A sword.
剣だ剣を手に入れるんだ
Sword. Get the sword, and then... Whispered to myself as if I was in a trance. I was willing to cling to any hope now, no matter how small. If I could just get the sword, I would be released from this nightmare. I didn't know that for sure, but I had to hope. I didn't 100% believe Fess when she said it would bring me salvation, but I didn't really have any other options. I decided to just look into it and see what I found. Back to the pad. Ooh, back to the Google search, okay. I ran a search online. First, I checked to see if there were any anime where characters had swords like the one Fess and Senna had, but I didn't find any. I'd mostly seen that coming. I always kept an eye on upcoming anime. There were 30 or 40 each season, so it was pretty hard, but I always watched the first episode of each series, and then decided if I was going to continue it. And of course, I could watch anything that was on satellite TV using MewTube. So there was no way I could have missed one. And I hadn't seen any anime with weird swords, especially ones with such a distinctive shape. I would have been sure to remember them if they'd showed up, and I didn't remember seeing anything like them at all. Unless, of course, I'd been controlled by someone else when I watched the show. Next, I decided to search for the swords themselves, not anime. I mean, that's where you should have started, my guy. But okay.
ほとんどがゲームの攻略サイトじゃんか
It's all video game walkthroughs. Some of the swords that came up in the results were ones I recognized well, like ESO's Shangri-La Edge. I wasn't getting anywhere. I needed to find that sword, and fast. I had a feeling that Senna Girl had something more specific. What was it? Remember, or you'll be stuck in this nightmare forever. What did Senna say? Answer me. You can see it, right? Talking about the sword, I think. The D sword. The D sword. D sword. Right, the D sword. D sword. D sword. Disorder. D sword. D sword. I searched for that one. And I got hits. D-Sword, Fantasy Team, Wiki, Amnesia. I bought a D-Sword blog of a bored guy. Okay. Just 2, but these 2 links felt like the path that would save me. Desperately trying to calm my excitement, I decided to click on the top one first. 404 not found. Of course. Shit, it was down. Damn it, why did it have to be a dead link? No, I needed to calm down. I just had to go back and click on the other one. I mean, the cached version. The page had an illustration. It was based off a description in an old text, supposedly. What are we looking at?
元ネタは伝承か
So, it's from some old legend? Fictional novel,
でもセナって女が
Gledale
持ってたのに比べると
Saga.
こっちは随分地味だな
Oh, but it's not nearly as cool looking as the one that Senna girl had. Why did it have to be such a minor weapon anyway? Why couldn't it be Excalibur or Blade of the Kusanagi or something else big and famous? No, this wasn't the time to complain. Whether it was famous or not, if it was going to save me, I didn't care. I decided to look into it a bit more. I tried the second link on the search page. The phrase, "I bought his D-sword" stood out to me. Could you buy D-swords? The author was evidently a man, which meant it wasn't the demon girl, or Senna. Alright, man. 2007, my god. And they certainly didn't have the same writing style as Shogun. Either they were a different person entirely, or the person writing the blog was deliberately disguising their writing style. There was no way to tell from here, so I stopped reading. The store the page referred to, Town Vanguard, was evidently in Shibuya. Okay. It felt like too much of a coincidence. Or maybe I was being paranoid? Maybe the reason I'd run into two girls carrying D-swords in Shibuya was that the place selling them was here. I mean, that does make sense. Weird things got popular with small subgroups of people here in Shibuya all the time, right? I searched for Town Vanguard, but I couldn't find the store's page. I did find a page with a map, so I downloaded it. If they didn't have a public page, they probably didn't have an online store either. Oh, we're gonna have to leave the house to buy a geeky-ass sword. I searched the Taboo auction site too, but didn't find anything. Just in case. I'd have to go to the store directly and see for myself. I didn't really want to leave the house, but...
剣は手に入れなくちゃ手に入れないとダメなんだ
I need the sword. I need to get the sword. At this point, it felt like the one good option I had for fighting off the demon girl. I didn't know what exactly I would do once I got the sword. I didn't have the courage to try to kill her with it or anything. But something inside me made me think that if I got the sword, maybe I'd feel just a little less afraid. Isn't that what we all want? That was it. The D-sword was going to be like a good luck charm, something just to keep me going. There was something strangely compelling about it. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go get a D-sword. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you didn't, keep it to yourself or put it in the comments. And subscribe. That'll let you know when the next one comes out, and it lets me know that you want to see the next one. See you there.